Hello and welcome back. I'm going to talk about, I guess everybody's talking about what is going to happen in Iran. Will Israel succeed? And of course, the big question is that the Israeli Prime Minister has said this multiple times that they want to assassinate Iran's supreme leader. And we shall talk about their plans and whether Israel can succeed. Assassinating a supreme leader, that's not just a military strike, it's a political earthquake. In the past few days, President Donald Trump has been posting on Truth Social asking Iran should surrender to avoid total destruction. Others have called Ayatollah Khamenei as a terrorist in robes and suggested that the time was running out. President Trump even said that he knows where he's hiding, but we're not going to kill him. But that's not just bluster. When American politics aligns with an Israeli strategy, things change and maybe escalate. So today, we ask, why would Israel want to assassinate Iran's supreme leader? Could it succeed? And if that happens, then how would Iran strike back? So, why Khamenei is a target? I think that's a question that we should address to begin with. He's Iran's supreme leader, of course, but as I'm going to tell you, he is much more than that. Ayatollah Ali Khamenei is not just a cleric, he's not just an ordinary politician, he is the sort of supreme authority in the Islamic Republic, the most powerful man in the country for more than 3 decades. He controls the military, the intelligence services, and of course the nuclear program, which is under much spotlight and scrutiny these days. He commands loyalty from the people, his followers, but also from the proxy forces, as Western media labels them, in the region. Hezbollah in Lebanon, whatever's left of that, Hamas in Gaza, whatever's left of that, militants in Iraq, Syria, Houthis in Yemen. And for Israel, this is both personal and strategic. Israel claims that Khamenei has been funding and arming groups that have fired thousands of rockets at Israeli civilians. This is Israeli claim, of course, and there's much evidence on that too. And he continues to push towards nuclear capability. And of course, he calls for the destruction of Israel in speech after speech, and that has been a constant official sort of declaration. Now, for Israelis, this is the biggest security threat, and the man represents the head of the octopus, if I may use this rather inappropriate analogy. And let's be clear, Israel has done such assassinations before, not at this scale, what we are witnessing now, but close. In 2020, it assassinated Iran's top nuclear scientist, Mohsen Fakhrizadeh, with a remote-controlled machine gun. Israel has also taken out Hamas operatives, you've read all about that, Hezbollah leaders, and even stolen Iran's nuclear archive from a warehouse in Tehran, the capital of Iran. These are not hypotheticals. Mossad operates inside Iran, and it has a history of high risk, high reward missions. Look at my video from yesterday on the channel and you'll get more information. But killing the supreme leader, that's on a completely different level. Now, how can actually Israel do it? I mean, of course, Israel wants to do it. They have said it publicly and have been saying that. But let's break it down for you. How could Israel actually take out the supreme leader? One, insider penetration. Mossad may have recruited someone close to Khamenei, a guard, a driver, an aide. Sounds difficult, hard? Yes. Impossible? No, not after what they've done recently. Israel has recruited spies within the IRGC before. Two, the second way is through a drone strike. If Khamenei travels to a semi-exposed location, like a shrine or a military base, a micro drone or a suicide drone could strike. Iran's defenses are tight. The world knows about it, but Israel has evaded them, most recently and in the past. The third way they could do something is poisoning or biological attack. And I'm laying this out. I don't want any of this to happen, trust me. But I'm just trying to understand myself, and I thought I'll do this video. So, quiet, deniable, and slow method. Israel has allegedly used poisons in the past operations, and a delayed illness could mask an assassination. The fourth method, a precision airstrike based on human intel. Now, there's no shortage of human intel, as we know. If Khamenei is confirmed at a targetable site, a covert strike like the US killing of Soleimani, the commander earlier, could be executed. But this is extremely risky. It could launch a full-scale war. So yes, Israel has the capability, but the stakes are sky high. Now, would this work? Another important question when we are talking about the supreme leader and Israel's plans. If Israel pulled it off, hypothetically, would the regime collapse? Probably not. Even though there are many in Israel who think he's the supreme leader and the regime can collapse. Iran has a clear succession plan, though there are reports that there are divisions within. So, for example, Khamenei's son, Mojtaba, or President Raisi could step in if that happens. And these successors, they could be even more hardline, because that's what nationalist frenzy is all about. The result might not be peace, it might be vengeance. And therefore, the country, the regime would rally, and the proxies would rally and could strike back, could be on a total revenge path. Now, that's one side. Of course, there are many analysts who think that the lack of clear-cut succession plan goes in Israel's favor. But what will Iran do? Iran has options, and they're not just symbolic. Missiles launched from Iran, Syria, Lebanon, Hezbollah rocket barrages that have been historically overwhelming Israeli defenses. That could happen. Cyber attacks on Israel's infrastructure, targeted killing of Israeli officials abroad. In April 2024, it showed what Iran can do. It launched over 300 drones and missiles towards Israel. While most were intercepted, by the way, but the message was clear. Iran can hit back, and it will. Though, I have to add a caveat, the proxies have been really hit hard. Hezbollah in Lebanon and Hamas in Gaza and elsewhere, because that's what in the past year and a half Israel has been doing, with, of course, the support of many countries in the West, especially the US, that they have totally dismantled their networks, but still they remain. Killing Khamenei would be touted as a military victory, but some say it could be a strategic disaster. Instead of weakening Iran, it could actually radicalize the country further and its ruling elite. It could set the region on fire, drawing in the United States, of course, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, and beyond. And it would shatter international law by targeting a head of state. So the real question is whether Israel can, and the question is whether it should, and whether any of us can survive what comes next. Even though Israel does not really care about international law, what it thinks of the UN or the International Criminal Court or the International Court of Justice, but still, international law matters. Many other countries would not let Israel set this precedent. Now, what do you think? Would removing Khamenei bring peace or unleash chaos? Or is it the right way to go? I personally think no. The decision to change a leader in any country rests with the people of that country, whether they do an uprising like they just did in Bangladesh a year ago, or they did in Iran against the Shah of Iran in 1979, 78. Those were turbulent times, and other places. But these foreign, interventions, assassinations, and killings and regime collapse formulas, they've already proven to be messy, expensive, and disasters in humanitarian terms. In Iraq, the last place where Saddam was taken out, more than 1 million people died. In the coming years, in Afghanistan, 20 years of war, thousands and thousands of deaths and destruction, and the countries go back by decades. Libya, I mean, all of the Middle East is in complete shambles. So adding to that mess is a choice that Israel and the United States need to think hard. And the US should maybe, I think the US MAGA is saying the right thing and reminding President Trump of his promise to secure peace and not start unnecessary expensive wars. But then, who knows? Israel thinks Khamenei is the biggest existential threat, and they may just go ahead with it. Anyway, I just wanted to explore some of these issues with you. Your comments and your questions are more than welcome. Please do like and subscribe this channel. And if you like this video, share it as well. And I'll be back with more ideas and more stories. Thank you.